Hi, I'm Suzanne Gates, a community college English instructor. I've partnered with McGraw-Hill to make research-based best practices for reading and writing instruction available online to instructors and students. The program, called Power of Process, uses the best practice of strategies instruction to engage students in the reading and writing process. In this video, I'll show you some of the research supporting Power of Process and how you can use that research to choose strategies that provide students with the process most likely to bring them success in a course or assignment. Power of Process is grounded in the theoretical framework of socio-cognitivism. Students bring their prior knowledge and social context to a text and then add that knowledge to ideas within the text in order to create meaning. In Power of Process, students respond to each strategy either within a text box or with highlight and annotation tools. Instructors and students negotiate meaning by discussing a student's strategic choices and the outcome of those choices. Students learn by making patterns. In Power of Process, a process circle floats over a text, helping students make connections between the linked strategies and the text. Now I'm going to the McGraw-Hill program Connect to show you Power of Process. In Connect, I'll first click on Student View, and then as a student, I'll click on an assignment the instructor has set up. Instructors choose the strategies they want students to use, and those strategies appear as a circle that floats over the text. Students cannot access the text unless they enter through clicking on one of the strategies. When a student clicks on the strategy, the circle disappears, and the student is given direct access to the text. The student then fulfills the prompt of this strategy. In this case, the strategy is to summarize the text. So the student is going to summarize the text in the text box. Strategies are discipline specific. As skilled readers and writers, we consider audience and purpose as we choose strategies to comprehend and write about a text. However, our students tend to have a more difficult time choosing and applying appropriate reading and writing strategies. Also, when they use particular strategies, they may not think about why or how those strategies are effective. This is the learning gap that Power of Process can fill. After students have fulfilled the prompt for each strategy, they are led through a metacognitive reflection where they're shown the data from their own process, including how many times they clicked on each strategy, when they clicked on the strategy, and in what order they clicked on strategies. Students use these data to reflect on the choices they made while they negotiated a text. The result of a student's work on the text is this page, where the entire text is listed on the left-hand side with any highlights and annotations a student has made. The annotations are viewable when either the student or the instructor scrolls over the highlights. Those annotations are also pulled out of the text so they can be seen grouped together. Over on the left-hand side are all the text box responses that students have made, including their metacognitive reflection. Now I'm clicking on the instructor's view. When an instructor sets up an assignment, as I'm doing now, they can choose the reading and writing strategies most helpful for their class's reading and writing level, assignment, discipline, or learning outcome. First, they either upload their own text, select a text from the preloaded texts in the program, or assign students to upload their own texts. We're going to select a preloaded text. and click Continue. You'll see a default reading and writing process. The process that's based on the default is a research-based framework for reading and writing, but you do not have to use the default. You can choose your own process circle based on your students' needs. Here is where research comes in. When you click the Learn More button, by each preloaded strategy, you'll see the empirical research supporting the strategy. You'll see the literacy objective, writing objective, where the strategy is at in Bloom's taxonomy. And then as you scroll down, you'll see why the strategy is important, including empirical research with in-text citation. References are available elsewhere that I'll show you in a few minutes. And then if you keep on scrolling down, you'll see tips for using that strategy based on research. That is, what strategies work well together in a process, what strategies might be overlapping, so it may not be as smart a decision to use both of them at the same time. What strategies need more direct instruction in the classroom? What strategies are more difficult for developmental readers and writers? And you can get that information for each strategy, both in the before reading, during reading, and after reading segments. Which means that you can click off whatever strategies you do not want to use and add to the circle the strategies that you do want your students to use. You can also decide whether you want them to learn with a text response or to respond with highlight and annotation tools. When you're through constructing your process circle, you can simply click Continue, and at that point put in your assignment title, instructions, and start date. I'm going to save this to finish it later. You can learn more about the research supporting strategies instruction, and engagement with process by checking out the references available in the instructor resources. Just go to Library, click on Instructor Resources, and click on Power of Process. You'll see several downloadable documents that will give you more information. I've already downloaded one of them, so we'll take a look right now. This is the Pedagogical Guide to Creating Power Process Assignments, and it can give you more information, including more about the program theory, pedagogy, and concept, and also the references that I mentioned earlier. Available at the end of the document if you would like to look up any of the references that inform the power of process. I know I've scrolled up quickly to the beginning again just to let you know what else is here. How to scaffold strategies used throughout a term or semester. How to use popular teaching frameworks. How to assess student learning outcomes with power of process using authentic texts for SLO assessment. How to build process circles for discipline-specific reading and writing, including some examples of circles, integrating the reading and writing processes, conducting peer review, helping students study for high-stakes exam, and more. I hope you are able to go to Power Process and take a look at what it can do for your students. Thanks so much for joining me.